Hi, my name is Vivek, and this video is not to share books with productivity hacks or self-help feel-good jargon with you. In this video, I'll share 5 books that you can read to find peace with your existence. Perhaps be comfortable in your own skin. Disclaimer, there's no such message in this video that asks you to forget work-life balance in the interest of the nation, just to be clear. So let's get right into it. The first book I want to share with you is called The Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. Dr. Viktor Frankl was a prisoner at the Auschwitz concentration camp back during World War II. He was a psychiatrist by profession, and during the World War II era, he lost his entire family. Being a psychiatrist by profession, he actually observed what kind of people finally survived the camp and actually became free, and what kind of people didn't. And he developed his theory called logotherapy of psychiatry. Moving forward from the camp and getting released from it, he developed a career as a professor at the University of Vienna, Austria, teaching logotherapy and also advancing some other concepts in psychiatry. A remarkable profession, I would say. So one of my favorite books. It helps you find yourself truly. There's a lot of quotes from philosophers. So if you like really the deep thought stuff, this one is for you. You'll find some excellent quotes from Dostoevsky, Nietzsche, Schopenhauer. But I would say East or West, Sri Aurobindo is the best. And if you don't know about Sri Aurobindo, please Google it. Now, the second book I want to share with you is Crucial Conversations. This one right here. It has multiple authors. Now, this is not one of those books about communication that talk about, talk nicely with someone, see things from other person's perspective. While some portions of the book do cover that topic, largely this book is about tools and techniques you can actually use to resolve conversation, build better relationships, establish boundaries. One of the key factors of success, okay, not just in terms of monetary or professional career wise, but in general, even personal relationships, largely depends on how we communicate. And it's never about just looking at someone else's perspective. It's also about what tools you have to communicate your thoughts very well. This book actually covers those tools and techniques and examples on how those can be applied. This can really help you fix perhaps your relationship with your nagging boss, or even in your personal life, maybe with your parents. Who likes parents who don't see eye to eye with you? Basically, never they see eye to eye with you. So fix those relationships. Why do you want to boil your blood every time you have a conversation with such people? Fix them. Have crucial conversations in your arsenal and be better off. The third book I would like to talk about and share with you is called Karma Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. And this book I got to after I started reading Bhagavad Gita as is by Bhaktivedanta Swami. And when I was reading that book, the problem with me was that it was too complex for me to comprehend. Okay. And I was really confused and was not able to make sense of large portions of the book the way I would like it to make sense to me. So, searching more out to learn more about these things, particularly the aspect of karma, I stumbled upon this book by Karma Yoga by Swami Vivekananda. One of the interesting aspects of the book was to understand how I can actually involve karma in my daily life, regardless of the pursuit of, let's say, a divine entity. Okay, and that gave me some peace and helped me sort of be comfortable with myself. Okay, so a great read. It's not somewhat of a divine perspective in the sense of like, okay, what maybe Bhagavad Gita might talk about, but largely focusing on understanding the concept of karma, perhaps from his lens, not perhaps from the lens of Bhagavad Gita, but again, a fine book, I would say. The other two books I want to talk about, sorry, I don't have a physical copy with me right now, but one of the books is called What to Say When You Talk to Yourself by Dr. Shad Hamstetter. It's one of the books that were published back in 1970s or 80s. And it was part of the early research done in the field of, let's say, linguistic programming, particularly how speech affects results in our day-to-day lives. And results not in the sense of how much money we make or how successful we are, but really results in our day-to-day lives. Like, for example, how much weight would we lose? And that book actually talks about the impact of speech on one's weight over time. It not just talks about, okay, speech, but also it also mentions that you have to also take effort to get the results. So it's not just about speech, but it also studies how speech impacts in general the results. So a fine read, one of the, I would say, precursors of the idea of the speech affecting results in that domain of research, not from a religious perspective, but from more of a like a science perspective. Okay, so again, a fine read. The last book I want to talk about and share with you is called Go Giver by Bob Burg. One of the key aspects of the book, and perhaps in life as well, is that we are all too much focused on ourselves. And this book kind of helps us understand it's not just always about ourselves, it's also about other people. And most importantly, we never really think about them. The Go Giver addresses that and takes that, helps us take attention from ourselves and actually give it to others. Okay. It's a very important book because at the end of the day, it's not about being human. You have to understand you are human. Now act like one. Okay. So it really opens eyes for ourselves and really helps be comfortable with what we have and what we are pursuing and how we add value to others in the process. So, as you can see, none of the books actually were talking about productivity hacks or feel good jargon. It was really just about being peace with yourself and your existence and finding, let's say, um, comfort in your own skin. So, subscribe for more such explorations of the finer pursuits. Good luck.